I've worked hard to transform this snowy outpost into this. A riot of colour in the tundra expanse. The church, the barn, the bookshop, and houses and workshops for all the villagers, along with a functional multi-level mine. It looks wonderful, if I do say so myself, except for... All right, there's no need to be like that. Ugh. And yeah, they're right. Today, I'm going to try to make my southern base house in the frozen village. Let's see if we can get a decent place to live. As I want my house to be here, a lot of that hill may have to go. Some of you may have seen my video about building with the landscape instead of destroying the landscape. I still want to follow that principle, but I'm using a bit of a different approach. The goal is to end up with a house where the front half of the hill currently is, but to keep the back half of the hill intact. So I'm starting by removing as little of the hill as possible and building around it. And yes, this is very aggressively green. But it's a colour I haven't used in the village, so let's see how it turns out. I want the nether portal to be inside the house rather than outside, so there needs to be a little bit of hill trimming on the side too. And the portal is getting blocked off right now so that the village does not end up overrun by piggies. Now for the rest of it. And while it's snowing, let's go inside and shift those farms. The sugarcane farm was already sort of at basement level, but it needed to go down about 2 blocks further. Unfortunately, I only moved it down 1 block. Ah well, that's a problem I made for myself. The sea pickles and a coral block came from a wandering trader and are a great way to light farm space. The other farms got moved down to the same basement level too. That done, it was time to move on to shaping the rest of the house walls, planning out windows, all that sort of thing. And of course, because of the size of the hill, the house is going to be at least 2 stories. I don't want to tell you how many times I had to do this, or this, or this. I still love the enchanting tower, which was the first thing I built in this village, but it needs to be integrated into the new house. So I added some colour without altering its character, at least not too much. With the 3rd floor underway, it's finally time to empty the old house. I swear, packing is the worst part of moving. I know I don't have enough packing boxes. That expanse of lime green needed breaking up, and the best way to do that is with detailing. Cue lots of smooth quartz and jungle trapdoors. And snow. The roof proved difficult, but once I thought to echo the bookshop, it all suddenly came together. And it ties this house into the village style a little more. Don't be afraid in Minecraft to take something apart and try again. Unlike other games, nothing's going to collapse. We are free to make as many changes as we like. Which is just as well because the roof went through at least 3 different versions. And sometimes you just have to be prepared to brick up a window or 3. Well, that's not looking too bad. I'm quite happy with that. Yes, it's the biggest house in the village. Yes, the villagers are going to have to live with that. No, I don't care. But at the moment, it's not a house. It's a shell around a hill. So I have to do the hard work of digging out all of this so that we can get in there, make floors, and make this a proper house. Oh, that's handy. I won't say no to coal. To a really good amount of coal. Nice. There was still the issue of the front of the house. I tried a few different things, mainly involving glazed terracotta. Verdict? Too busy. In the end, simple one out. Looks much better. Oh, I'm really happy with that. But I do have to find a way to stop the villagers wandering in. Things are sorted, they're not fully sorted. I want to make 2 gates. I'll fix the doors and then I'll give you a tour of this place. Alright, there we are. And I always like to have 2 doors. We'll do the same round here. Now, I can't have random villagers wandering in and out, which is very mean of me, but they get into everything. They bond to things that shouldn't be workstations. And they push the cats around. They don't mean to do that last one, but it's what happens. So let's have a tour of my palatial new home. I've got a little cloakroom here that has things I usually need. We'll talk about this room in a minute. But let's come into the kitchen. It's a good little kitchen. It's got a coffee station. I'm storing all my potion brewing stuff in there. We've got general cooking supplies there. We've got fruit and veg up here. I'm of course keeping the meat in the fridge. And we've got containers in this box and cups and plates in this one. Oh, and eggs. I've got an egg chest. A nice functional little kitchen. And if we go through here, this is the farms that I shifted down. Got a little dining room. Oh, I forgot about this. We're just going to move this. Excuse me for a minute. There we are, one nether portal in its new home. And this is why my farms need to be 1 block lower. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you I've got a chopping board over the sink. That's for refilling potion bottles. Oh, now the dining room looks a bit better. So if we come here, we've got the lounge room, which is ostensibly for storing music discs. But I don't think it looks too bad. I love that grandfather clock. I got it from Minecraft's Guide to Creative. I want to say hello to Sparky. Hello, darling. And then if we come up the stairs, we've got a little study. And say hello to Azabi. This has just got papers and maps and adventuring stuff like that. And this is my bedroom. I really love this space. I've got a nice big bed. I've got a mirror over a dresser, a nice little seating area, and I've got a working wardrobe. This is where I store all the armour that I used to keep in the barrels in the enchanting tower. And I don't know where my chest plate's gone. I've got the Elytra on at the moment. What have I done with it? Here's the storage room. It's completely manual because I don't need a huge storage room here. And I've realised anyway that I go to all the trouble to build fancy automated storage systems and then I store everything manually anyway. So what's the point? And up here is the enchantment room, exactly where we left it in the tower. This used to be the top of the hill. Now it's the top of the house. And out here is the roof, which gives me a great view over the village. Wow, we've got quite a few golems now. Lastly, we come back to this little room. It's the one off the foyer. I don't really know what to do with it. At the moment, it's a boot room. If I knew where my diamond chest plate was, I could put it on that stand. But could there be a better use for this space? And yes, I definitely have to decorate it up more, whether I'm using it as a boot room or something else. But if you have any ideas for me, please put them in the comments. I'd love to know what you think this space should be. So that's it. I have a spiffy, albeit very green, house to use as a southern base as I head out into the world for new adventures.